Jackson Parish, Louisiana. About to watch the Chicago netball team take on the Rising Stars in a mixed competition. Got a very special and well-informed guest commentator joining me now. Sarah, can you just introduce yourself? Just come in.
Hi, my name's Sarah Lang. I'm here today as an umpire. I'm from... Closer. Sorry.
Yes,
hi, guys.
I know, it's not very comfortable.
I'm from... this is actually my team, Chicago Netball Club, but I'm also the head coach for the mixed netball team who are going to the Dubai Sevens at the end of the month.
Oh, okay. So tell us about that competition.
So this is the first time Netball America is entering this competition, and we're putting in 2 teams. They've been training really hard. They're trying to raise money to cover the costs, because obviously it's quite expensive to get people out there. And they're all doing really well, and most of the guys are here today. And they're playing in their own teams. I don't think we've got any of them on court right now.
Great. Starting things off strong with 1 point to the Rising Stars, the team in the red, and then the Chicago Netball will be the team in black with the green bibs. Has Netball America gone to Dubai before?
No, we haven't entered. This is a really important time to go into an international competition. So we've got a ladies team going and we have a mixed team going.
What's required to get into that Dubai competition?
So I think in this occasion, Netball America have been invited by the organisers.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's quite hard to get in. And then we've gone through a trial and selection process earlier this year. And we now have a programme called Stripes to Stars. And this is bringing people through development to elite level netball so we can prepare people to play internationally.
Because it's all about growing netball, not just at the grassroots level, which Netball America is doing, but that elite level as well.
Yeah, it's so important that people can see what it looks like to be excellent and aspire to get to that elite level. And we're so lucky that we have got some amazing people in the programme. Americans and expats who are living here, and that's just going to really help to grow the next generation.
Scores currently 1-1 in this game between the Chicago Netball and Rising Stars. Except now that's quickly changed. Chicago is now up 2-1.
And it's their next centre pass, so this is a good opportunity to go a goal ahead.
Yes, we are educating everyone a little bit about netball as a part of this. What do you think people who are the first timers watching this competition should be taking away from it? Because it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, how many rules there are involved in the game.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the viewers might be familiar with basketball, and the key thing here is that you've got 7 players and they each have a defined area of the court you can play in. So it's not like you can stick LeBron James on and he can run from one end of the court to the other. It's a real, true team sport. The other thing is, I think, is the pace. You have to release the ball within 3 seconds of catching it. So when somebody catches the ball, the next person's already got to be thinking about moving so that they're able to be in a good position to take the next ball, and so on and so forth. So we might see a nice passage of play where people are just presenting for ball and it just flows down in 2 or 3 passes to goal. Other times it might take 6 or 7 passes.
Score currently 3-2 to the Chicago Netball versus the Rising Stars. You can also be involved in the coverage as well by tweeting just US Open Netball, just like Debbie did a short time ago, saying great coverage, can't wait to watch Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, we will let all our fans know how you can watch us in Dubai. And if you want to get involved, there's a Fly to Dubai hashtag as well on Twitter.
Oh, Fly to Dubai. I love that. It must be quite an expensive exercise to send 2 teams over.
Yes, there's everybody's flights, and then there's the cost of entering the tournament and the hotels, etc. So yeah, each team is trying to raise money. Individual athletes are doing challenges. So there's still sponsorship opportunities available if people are interested. And it's such a big step because it's a real flagship event for us.
Yeah, if people would like to donate, they can go to AmericanNetballTeam.com. They can, and also US Netball Team. You've got an Instagram page.
We have got an Instagram page, yes. We're all over social media. I'm a little bit older, so I'm not so involved in that. I just do the coaching.
Oh, it's a very important role, though. We've got 2 minutes left on the board. Only 1 point difference between the two teams. The Chicago Nets are still leading 1 point ahead. They're on 4-3 by the Rising Stars. And it's their throw-in now. Tell us a bit about some of the players on the Chicago team. You're quite familiar with them.
I am. So Chicago Netball Club is really quite a big netball club. We've got, I think, about 80 members playing this season. So we run our own internal league, and so we're really international. So currently on court, we have got at the back, we've got Monia from South Africa and Brandon, who's from the USA. He's only just been playing netball for a few months. So
Which position's that?
He's GD.
Wow.
So that's Brandon.
Good on him.
Yeah, so he's doing amazingly well and has picked netball up really quickly. Then we've got Anaya in WD. She's from South Africa. We've got sisters on court today. We have Petty and Dorcas as wing attack and goal shooter. And they're two sisters who play a really nice style of netball from Zambia. And then last but not least, we've got Graceford from Jamaica and David, who's originally from Australia and now is an American citizen. So we're really international.
Just kind of shows how massive a sport netball is, even if some people haven't heard of it.
It really is. And every time we have a new season, we do an open training day. People come, they try it out, they love it. We go for a social afterwards, and we meet on a Saturday morning, and I call it everybody's happy place. We all love netball, and it just brings us together. It's really cool.
I think it's one of the great things about netball, but about sport in general. You kind of find your own little family in a way, just your teammates and whatnot.
Definitely, and especially where you've got a lot of expats, you can meet other people quite quickly. And I know when I moved to the US from the UK, I felt very at home with a netball with them.
Trying to see if that point was on the buzzer got in.
Did he put his arm up?
I didn't see.
So
I was looking for it, and I was not quick.
So if you want to see if a goal's been scored in netball before the scoreboard changes, then if the umpire puts that arm straight in the air, that indicates a goal has been scored.
So it doesn't look like it's changed. Regardless, the Chicago Netball are still ahead. Oh, no, it was
1 point ahead.
All right, so it's 5-4 currently.
So the team hurdles look quite intense.
Well, it's a very close game. I was trying to explain earlier to Erin, Sarah, the other commentator, how the difference between women's netball and then like men and mixed playing. How would you describe how different it is once you get some men involved?
I would say it really depends on the men, because some of the men have come up through a netball background, like Graceford. Mm-hmm. Whereas I don't know the Rising Stars players particularly, but somebody like Brandon, he's got to lose his basketball good and bad habits and turn them into netball. I think men can often have a better elevation, so they can play a little bit more in the air, pick ball out, they can jump quite high, and sometimes they're also better at spacing. They kind of open the court up. But the women, if they've come from a netballing background, generally have a really better understanding of the game, but it just depends on the individual.
What do you prefer to umpire as an official?
That's a great question. I actually really enjoy, it's really weird, I really enjoy umpiring. And
no, I get it. If I wasn't commentating, I'd be umpiring right now.
Yeah. I like a game that challenges me a little bit and makes me have to really think. The speed that the men can bring, especially with turnover ball or even really strong women, accurate is, I like to umpire anything really. But what I love is that in the US, we have men's, a mixed and female. So we kind of got everything.
Yeah, see, I've never umpired a full men's game. I've only ever done mixed or women's.
Same.
And I feel like that would just be a whole other level.
Yeah, I'd have to do some workouts, I think, before I
get a bit fitter.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that was a bit of a hard knock, unfortunately, to the centre. I think definitely an accident, the goal defence just coming in a little bit too quickly, and because of the centre was falling down at the time, got a slight elbow to the face-ish.
Yeah, there's very small margins of error in netball about movement and space and contact and whoopsies.
Something that's interesting I find about netball is the fact that it's contact regardless of whether or not it's intentional.
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, you can be in physical contact. It only becomes contact that we blow a whistle for when it interferes with the play. So you sometimes see two shooters going up, a shooter and keeper going up together for ball, touching each other, and that is allowed.
Yeah, and I only say because I know I've had some people go, oh, but I didn't mean to hit them.
Yes.
I'm like, well, it doesn't I love that. I think that's so lovely.
It's very nice spirited.
It is, but unfortunately that's just not how the rules work.
That was a great shot. She shot that under loads of pressure.
Still 1 point difference now, so it's 6-5, 6-2 Chicago Netball, 5 to the Rising Stars, and there's just over 2.5 minutes left on the clock. That centre with the green bib from Chicago Netball has a little bit of a limp going on.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's got different coloured socks. I think he's looking like he's carrying a little bit of an injury, but he is being valiant, and he is playing as hard as he can. He is actually part of the Stars and Stripes program. He's in the men's side of the program. He's a netballer who's super keen and really trying to develop his game, which is great to see.
So the Stars and Stripes program, so that's the team that you're taking to Dubai.
We're taking the Stars end of the program, which is the elite end.
Okay.
So we haven't got like big pathways like you've got in Australia or that we have in the UK or other countries. So Netball America are doing all these amazing programs, you know, taking it into schools, making products that people can use. And this is that top end bit, finding those elite athletes who can represent the US, show people how it's done, inspire the young people to be like, wow, I could do that one day.
Definitely, because, I mean, there's so much netball to be played on that grassroots level, but when people are particularly talented, if they can take it all the way, why not?
And we would love some like youngies in the program. You know, we want those 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that we can really start to develop, expose to international competition, prepare them for that. So unfortunately, the GK was a little late then.
Yes.
Good in eyes only for the ball.
Yes, she wasn't very happy with that call, but a
No
great
comment.
I'm happy to say a great call by the umpire. So, but that's me. I will have an opinion, and if people don't like it, tweet in.
Yeah, tell us your thoughts.
Yeah. Let's get a bit of
she's a really good player. She reads the game extremely well.
No, she was just slightly bit late.
100%.
Just a tiny bit late.
If I'd tried to do that, I'd have not even got out of the circle in time.
It's easy for us to comment on the sideline as we're not running for the ball.
I'm an umpire.
20 seconds to go in this match between Chicago Netball and the Rising Stars. 2 points difference. The Chicago Netball team are up, but it's in possession of the Rising Stars. So they might be able to at least get one more on the board and make it a 1 difference.
Oh, that was so unlucky. Good pressure.
Great work. So in the end, it was 7-6 to Chicago Netball.
Great win for my team. They're not, my team, because I'm here as an umpire, so I'm impartial.
Yes, umpires are very impartial indeed.
So for all the Chicago people watching, yay!
You're listening to, and watching, I should say, the US Open Netball Championships.